Hello, Nukenites! Let's do it. This is CJ Entus versus Team 8. Two teams which I have not had the fortune yet of casting this season, but today that's gonna change. Here we go. Except, up at the 2 o'clock position in yellow, there's a Sniper Ridge, by the way, a 4-player map. This is a Zerg player scouting in the right direction, so one would assume this is Jaedong. Is it Jaedong? Oh, it's Effort. Of course it is. His hair matches his jacket and his hatchery. So over at the 10 o'clock position in red is Jaedong. A fiery red Jaedong color, but he is not scouting the right direction. So weird. Jaedong always scouts the right direction. But, okay, let's talk about the dudes. This is a very nostalgic matchup for me because I can remember this matchup very vividly from the beginning of the Bacchus OSL round of 16. No, not that Bacchus, the other Bacchus. No, not that one. The 2009 one. There you go. Too many damn Bacchuses to keep track of, but yeah, they did play each other at the beginning of that round of 16. Quite a bit has changed since then. Effort, he retired for a little bit, went back to his home world for a while, and then came back Super Saiyan to return to the world of pro gaming for CJ Entus. And the strange part is about Effort, he as soon as he jumped back into the scene, he was good, which is very unusual. Usually when a player doesn't play for an extended period of time, it really just detracts from their play, but that didn't seem to happen to Effort. Yeah, he's doing just as well as he did when he left, basically. Although maybe not quite up there. Maybe not quite up to the Effort level of play that helped him win an OSL, but, you know. Yeah, that's great. Go back to the game. Okay, let's look at these build orders. Seems that Jaedong putting down, I think that was a 12 pull from him, possibly a 12 pull. Yeah, so the Overlord going over, so it was a 12 pull from Jaedong, and it seems to be a 12 hatchery from Effort on the other side. So Jaedong got to be pretty aggressive and focus down this hatchery, get that hatchery out of there, and keep that economic advantage from steamrolling him later on in the game. Now, Jaedong's going to go out here, and he's going to put down his expansion. Since a 12 pull expand is probably the safest possible build that you can do in a ZVZ. It gives you a lot of options. It's not as good of a all-in, well, what am I trying to say here? It's not as full risk reward as some of the other ones, like a 12 hatch can give you, it's pretty risky, but it can give you a major economic advantage. Or going for a 9 pull is also very risky, but it can focus down and kill a 12 hatch pretty quickly. But the 12 pull expand is probably the safest way you could go. And Jaedong ZVZ used to be the bomb, but I think that everyone is pretty much caught up to him. All the Zerg players have caught up to him in that regard. They're all good now, which is why Jaedong ZVZ doesn't seem to be as dominant as it used to be. Everyone learned from his play, and they adapted and got better. So Jaedong made ZVZ better. Good job, Jaedong. But, yeah, Effort is back. Jaedong has been doing pretty well this season. Fairly well. I think people expect Jaedong to play better than fairly well, but he has been doing fairly well for his team. And let's see, Jaedong is trying to come in here and be a little bit more aggressive, but he's outnumbered as far as Zerglings go with that second hatchery there. That's going to keep him out for the time being until he gets up his own second hatchery. But as I was saying, Jaedong playing pretty well. He's dropped a couple of stupid games recently, and he hasn't been completely propping up his team the way he propped up Hwaseon Oz, but he's been playing pretty well, along with his teammate Baby. Baby on Team 8 is also playing pretty well. It's his teammates, however, that are the ones dooming the team. Like C used to be the Proleague master, and he has lost every game, I think, that he's played against Protoss. I think he's played only Protoss so far, so might be in a bit of a funk as far as that goes. But the Team 8 absolutely is at a disadvantage against CJ Entus. CJ Entus are the big boys on the team right now in the top 3. Jaedong playing very aggressive. He's trying to break through. I'm not sure if he definitely doesn't have enough Zerglings to do this, but he's trying to micro around, snipe as many as he can, and running inside of Effort's main. Going to try to pick off a couple of drones here, see if he can get any kind of economic damage done. He definitely needs to. That would help him out a lot if he could pick off even one drone. That would help him out a lot. And a ZVZ, because you lose one drone, things start going downhill pretty quickly. if you can't muscle your way back up and snipe your opponent's drone, of course. But here comes Jaedong, looking for an opportunity, does not find it. I don't think he's sniped any drones, but he is staying in with the Zergling, getting the scout on when things come up, I suppose. Although that Zergling's not going to last too much longer here. Effort has his Zergling speed up as well, and he's grouping up a bunch of Zerglings. He has quite a bit more than Jaedong. There's a Spire coming up, and Jaedong is going to see the exact timing of that. His Spire is going to be a little bit sooner, but it's not going to matter that much because the positions here pretty far away, and I don't think that's going to make that big of a difference. But here comes Effort. He's going to try to muscle his way through with Zerglings. He has an awful lot. Pumping some more here from his 2 hatcheries. He's been grouping up Zerglings this entire time, so Jaedong trying to get onto that high ground. He might be fighting an uphill battle here in more ways than one, forced back by Effort. Effort is chasing Jaedong all the way back to his natural expansion, and Jaedong going to have to be careful. He is finally getting out some Zerglings of his own. His second hatchery was a little bit later than Effort's, but it's just enough to give him a defensive advantage here at the front. Effort, I don't think, is going to let up the pressure. Nope, just continuing to pummel Jaedong at his front door. And the observers aren't even looking at that for some reason. They're watching Jaedong's drones come in here, seeing if he can snipe Jaedong's Zerglings. I said drones. He's seeing if he can snipe any drones. I think he got one. I think he was able to snipe one drone there, but Jaedong, he pulled a couple of his mining drones off his natural expansion just to make sure he can fight back Effort, but it still might not be enough. Some reinforcement Zerglings coming in for Jaedong. Just the right time, barely holding. That was close. And Effort is showing no signs of stopping this aggression. He's still pumping Zerglings, so he's going to try to break this natural no matter what. And it's up to Jaedong to just keep him out long enough for the mutas to pop from the eggs. Oh, Jaedong definitely outnumbered here on the high ground. Forced back again. Look at all these reinforcement Zerglings coming in for Effort. And yeah, this is kind of a very intense... Jaedong, he pumped Scourge to block the supply for Effort. Went straight for the Overlord, and yeah, Effort doing the same thing. There. No, wait, those were 2 Overlords sniped. I thought that Effort might have sniped one of Jaedong's Overlords, but no, Jaedong sniped 2 Overlords of Effort's, supply capping him. So Effort better hope that he started pumping those mutas. He did start pumping the mutas, so he's going to be okay for now. He's 22/10 population at the moment, so it's going to take him a while to keep up the muta production. But for now, he's doing okay. 22/18 population, so he's getting those Overlords up, and he'll be able to chase Jaedong back to his natural right now. But that was an interesting strategy from Jaedong, just to try to supply cap Effort, keep him from doing something for a little while. And he didn't go straight for the mutas with those Scourge, which I find interesting as well. There are a couple of Jaedong's Overlords out there right for the picking at the moment, because Jaedong, he should have about the same number, if not more, mutas than Effort. Yeah, he's definitely caught up to muta count with Effort, so it seems those Scourge were worth it. Takes down another muta from Effort. And so there's Jaedong. He's trying to sneak inside of Effort's main with some Zerglings to pick off more drones. Let's see how the... Oh, he does pick off one, I see, but it's a massive amount of Zerglings running inside of Jaedong's main, trying to break through into that main. He's already sniped one drone and a bunch of Zerglings at the front, so I'm not sure if that... just a few mutas that are here are going to be enough for Jaedong to defend himself. His drones are definitely in jeopardy. He's gonna get them out of there. Oh man, this is incredibly intense. He can't afford to lose too many drones here. He's already lost a few that I see. Lots of drones going down. So Effort got massive amount of damage inside of Jaedong's main. Yeah, Jaedong, it's almost impossible for him to replenish his army now. He's just got to fight back with what he has, with the mutas he has, and yeah, Effort's non-stop pressure here is going to probably win him the game, because he's taken down just about every drone. Just about every drone has gone down, and really Effort has gone basically unharassed. He's lost a few drones earlier with a little bit of Zergling harassment, but that was major Zergling harassment. So, oh man, Effort just making it worse, adding insult to injury by taking down one of Jaedong's mutas, because Jaedong won't be able to make mutas for a while. And look at this. This might be his last drone, getting chased around by the Zerglings. And yeah, it was taken down. So Jaedong has no drones. Running away from these Scourge. Probably not going to last too much longer against those Scourge. Oh, tried a little bit of micro trick to kill him. Didn't quite work out. And look at this. No drones at all. No economy for Jaedong. And he is waiting to the last possible moment. There's the GG from Jaedong. Oh, poor Dong. No longer the dominant ZVZ master that we remember from a couple years ago. Good job, Blondie. Excellent, confident ZVZ play from Effort. Okay, let's move on to the second set.